All right, here we go, Aries. Let's go and get this reading done. All right, remember everybody, this is a general readings, which means it's not going to apply to every Aries. And I forgot to lead with good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. When you watch this video, just make it apply. So keep in mind, it's not going to apply. But if you want a personal reading, you can hit me up on Instagram and we can do a reading. I do spiritual life coaching sessions. In that sessions, it consists of we'll get 2 readings done within that 60-minute time frame. And if you want to sign up for that, like I said, just hit me up on Instagram. It's $60. All right, let's see. I believe that is the basics. So let's go and get this reading done. All right. What is coming out for Aries for the month of April? You already got a wish being fulfilled, which is good. I love the 9 of Cups. Okay. Crossing energy. All right, come on, let's see. Let's see, what is the crowning energy for Aries? Okay, oh, good. Okay, good. I love it. Success is coming. Intuition. There's going to be some competition, which is the 2nd week of April. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of maybe a little competition here and there. 3rd week. Okay. 1, 2, okay. And what is that 4th week looking like? Okay, good. I like that. Security. Okay. That's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's go on. Let's start clarifying. Okay, the 9 of Cups. Ooh, but the 9 of Cups is with some devilish energy. The 9 of Cups is mixed with the devil. So man, the devil is all encompassing of negative energy. So you have a really good energy for your overall energy, which is the 9 of Cups, and it's saying that this wish is gonna be fulfilled. But then the clarifier with it, you have the devil, and the devil just denotes, it talks about greed, just being extremely materialistic, being a selfish person, disregards of others, and it's just all encompassing of all the negative energy. It talks about unhealthy situation. It talks about like extremely dark secrets. So you have this as the clarifier for a wish that is getting ready to be that is trying to be fulfilled. So it's like, Aries, what the hell are you doing? It's like, what the hell are you doing? But so to me, it just seems like a wish is trying to come, but you're just being extremely negative. Like the negative energy, it don't have to be like you're addicted on drugs or something like that. It could just be that you're not putting in the proper amount of faith in everything for this wish to come through, for this prayer to be answered. And so it seemed like that's what it is. It's like, come on, Aries. Like I would not be surprised if this what's getting ready to happen is not necessarily something you prayed for, but it's something that the ancestors, your spirit guide, universe, source, that they just see fit to give it to you, because it just makes sense that it's something that you didn't ask for, because it's 2 spots on here that is showing a lack of faith, that it's like no hope, and that's kind of the problem. And so clearly this is not something that you specifically asked for. This is something that the universe just saw fit to give you, but you're in a dark place. You're in an extremely dark place. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups for the crossing energy, and it talks about that imagination. Imagination, faith, hope, all of those things is in the same realm because it requires you to think about things that is not actually here. When you use your imagination, you are creating something that you can't see. You're activating energies and stuff that don't support your current situation. Where it's like your current situation should say that you should be depressed and you know just completely out of it. But this sense of imagination can transform you into a completely different world that is in that imagination, that is in that hope, that is in that faith, that is basically just transforming your current situation and making it what it's not. And when I say making it what it's not, it's like it's making your current situation a happy place. Is giving you the ability to endure and stand and make it through this. When in reality, you should not be able to walk. You should not be able to get out the bed. But it's that sense of imagination that is keeping you. But with this being your crossing energy, you're not doing this. So you don't have to worry about that long illustration anyways, because you're not doing this. That is the problem. Your crossing energy is that you're not using the faith that you need to use in order to get this wish fulfilled. And that's the conflict with the overall energy and with the crossing energy. A wish is trying to be fulfilled with your crossing energy that, like I said, because of the devil card, I don't think this is something that you specifically prayed for or asked for. I think this is something that, ancestors, spirit guide, orishas, whatever it is you believe in, universe, source, this is something that they saw fit to give you. That they could have seen you in a situation, they seen that you needed help, and they like, you know what? I'm gonna help this brother out, and I'm about to give you a wish, even though you have no faith, even though you have no hope. But now your crossing energy is saying, well, something is coming in to be fulfilled, but how is it going to come in if you have no faith, if you have no imagination, if you have no hope? How can it really come in? And so it's blocking it. Boom, wish trying to come in, block. There's no faith to receive this. And so it's like, okay, well, that's the problem. It's like that's the issue. And so it's like you could be going into this spiral of nothing good happens to me. Nobody likes me, not even universe. And it's like you're crying yourself this river, and in crying yourself this river, that's the river you drown in. You drown in your own tears. And so it's like, stop it. It's like, at some point we have to say, okay, my life hasn't been all that bad. Like, come on, I've been in some fucked up situations and stuff like that, but my life hasn't been all that bad. Thank God I left that childhood. Thank God I left that household. Thank God I left that situation. And now I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet. That's basically what it is, where it's like, look for the positive in things. It's like, yes, you could have been through some horrible stuff. You could have been abandoned. You could have been raped. You could have had all of this negative stuff happen to you. But at the end of the day, you're still here. And it's like, I know it's hard. I know it's easier said than done. But try your hardest to look for that one good positive thing, because it's impossible for everything to have been bad. You had that one teacher that loved you. Even though that person was only there for a season, you still had it. And it's like, focus on those things. Those are the things that you really need to focus on at this time, Aries. You have the Queen of Pentacles as the clarifier, and then you have the Five of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles is some good energy. It's just telling you it signifies nurturing, being down to earth, and just shows concerns for others. I think that when it comes to this energy, is this those are the things you need to do. Learn how to be a little bit more nurturing, be more down to earth, and be concerned for others. And, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, her strength is in the loyalty of the people that's around her. But the reason why she has loyalty, that people pour their loyalty into her, is because she's loyal to her friends and family, and she creates stable and dependable environments. And so with this, I'm like, don't keep being the wild card that people never know if they're going to argue with you today or if they're not. They don't know if you're going to blow up and go off or if you're going to be calm. It's like, control that fire. The one thing that I always like to say is that when it comes to fire, and especially you have to teach this lessons to Aries more than anyone, because Aries, you are the hottest out of all of the fire signs. You can get extremely hot and you can get to those degrees fast. Like, you go from 0 to 1,000,000 in seconds. And it's like, you're so cool, calm, and collective. And so I'm surprised Aries is not a mutable sign with how fast you can switch to the other side of the coin. But, with how you can be so cool, calm, and collective, and the moment you hear that one thing that trigger you because it's connected to your past, you're like, wait a minute, my mama used to tell me that, bitch, I will fuck your ass up. And it's like, now you're going off, not necessarily based on the present moment, but you're going off because you're projecting what you should have said to them. You're projecting what you should have did back then. And it's like, I was a kid and I couldn't have gotten me out of that situation back then. But bitch, you better believe I'm gonna get myself out of these shitty ass situations now. And it's like, calm down, relax, and understand that you are the owner of all of the degrees. So you get to choose how hot you want to go. You don't have to go from 0 to 1,000,000. You can turn it up a little bit and start at low, and then go to medium, and then go to high, and then go to extremely high. If the situation calls for that, we don't have to automatically start so hot so fast. So it's like, control that temperature. The Five of Wands just talks about you being cautious. This is going to be a time to be cautious, and I really do think it's for that very reason. Is that it's like, watch that fire. Watch that fire and watch how it's burning other people around you. So now there's a dilemma. There's a dilemma there's a dilemma with the overall energy and the crossing energy. The overall energy is saying that, look, a wish is getting ready to be fulfilled, but the crossing energy is saying, I'm going to put a stop to this because there's no hope. And so now that's what the crowning energy is for. The crowning energy, it breaks the tie of the two. And so the crowning energy I love because it's the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands, it talks about success. And so it's letting you know that you're going to end up having success. So despite this lack of faith, you're going to end up having success. Success is in the cards for you, but it's like, come on, like, Aries, let's get there. Let's have that success, rolling in. I love it. You have, for the clarifiers, you have the Strength card, which is telling you need to be strong, you need to be tolerant, you need to have character, and you need to have compassion. And you also have the Four of Wands that's just reminding you that, like, really focus on the things that make you happy, because money doesn't necessarily mean happiness. And so it's like, what you're thinking is happiness, it may not be. The four wands let you know that creative goals and projects will be completed as well. But that's the thing that I really want to focus on, is that what you think is happiness, it may not be happiness. The four wands also remind you that a period of freedom and new choices is getting ready to begin. But with those freedoms and new choices, I think that it's a couple of things you need to do. You need to learn how to be more tolerant. I think you need to watch your character and learn how to be a little bit more compassionate. So I love these three positions before we get to what's getting ready to happen within the week, because now it explains the week a whole lot more. These three positions are very key. It's like a wish is getting ready to be fulfilled, but I want to even make that the title if I forget it, if I remember it at the end. It's that you are the blocker of your own blessings. You are the blocker of your own blessings. It's like blessings is trying to come in. A wish is trying to be fulfilled, but you're standing in a way with devilish energy, with the devil energy, with so much negative energy. And it's like, I get it. We've all been through things, and some of us don't know how to shake it off as fast as others. And some of us don't know how to deal with it in a very positive way, because we were never taught healthy coping mechanisms. We were never taught how to really release our anger in such a healthy way. And so it's like, I get it. I can definitely get that, and I definitely sympathize with you. But it's like, at the end of the day, this is not a season of sympathizing with you. This is a season of educating you. This is a season of helping you to gain these blessings that's getting ready to come in. And how you're going to gain these blessings that's getting ready to come in is truly understanding how you're projecting to other people. And how you're projecting to other people is unhealthy. And you really need to focus on that, and you need to change that. You have to start activating your faith. I know it's hard to do. And one of the things is like, okay, well, every time I trust people and stuff like that, it never works out. Okay, stop adding sentences like that it never, okay, even if it was 90% of the time, even if it was 99% of the time, that still doesn't give you the right to say never, because clearly it worked out one time, two times, 10 times. And so it's like, it's not always never. And majority of the time when people say never, and you look into the situation, they have something in them that pushes people away. And so it's like, well, technically it's not never when you always push people away. But your crowning energy is saying that success is going to be yours, and it is. Just Aries, it's like right now the only thing that I'm getting is that you really are, you're the blocker of your blessings. You really are. But blessings is coming regardless of what you do. Blessings is still coming. Universe still see fit to bless you. And that's the one thing about it. I hate that concept of people thinking that they're God, and trying to make judgment calls where it's like, oh, you're going to hell. Oh, God is not going to do this. God is very compassionate. God is extremely loving. And even when we do the craziest of things, God is still there on our side, giving us the things that we need. And so it's like, God is definitely blessing your path, but it's like, stop making it complicated. The first week of April, you have the High Priestess mixed with the Five of Wands. You're going to activate your intuition, and with your intuition, you're going to feel that there's going to be a situation that there's going to be like that you got to compete. There's going to be like a competitive situation that you're going to use your intuition and try to peep out. Whether this is like competing for a job, whether it's, I don't think this is love, but competing for a lover. But you're using your intuition, knowing that this is something that you're in a situation that you have to compete. You have the Five of Swords as the clarifier to tell you to put your self-interest and self-preservation first. So it's like, no, don't think about nobody else, think about you. And then you have the High Priestess that's not the High Priestess, the Hierophant, that's letting you know that you're well suited for a career in education, medicine, or religion, that you have increased knowledge, education, and skills. And so, especially with the Hierophant coming out, I think it's a possibility this is going to be a job. I think this is going to be a job, and it's just reminding you that you are educated. You're well suited for whatever it is that you're going for. And it's like stay in that fight. But like I said, the first week you peeped it out. That you like, I'm gonna have to, I don't want to say fight because I'm like Aries, you might actually do it. It's like I'm gonna have to compete with somebody. So it's like you got that, your spider sense start tingling where you like, wait a minute, I think that it's gonna be 7 other people that's gonna compete with this job, or if this is a relationship, you know that somebody else is trying to, get your person. So let's see what the second week. The second week is you actually being in the middle of this fight. So the second time, the first week, you sense that there's going to be, that I'm going to have to compete. And now this is you actually competing. You actually competing for whatever spot you're going for. And that's why your crowning energy is telling you that you're going to end up having success with this. That you're definitely going to end up getting success. Thank you, Ogun. Thank you, Ogun. Thank you, Spirit Guys. Thank you, Ancestors. Okay, so we have the Justice card that remind us that the Justice card is all about balance. You have the Eight of Pentacles, which reminding you that you need to pay attention to details. That errors and sloppiness may be your undoing. Check all your work for accuracy. Hard work will be satisfying and successful. There is no get-rich-quick path for you. Apply yourself, work smart, learn a trade or profession, or upgrade your skills. Be very cautious with money. So definitely, and then I like the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is telling you that a personal battle ends, that a truce or a break in the fighting. So with all of these 3 cards together, number one, the Justice card is saying this situation is about to come to an end, that it's about to balance itself out, that there's about to be a balance in this thing. And part of it is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is telling you that how this thing is going to be balanced. This is the time that you really need to pay attention to details. Especially if, like, I really feel that this is a job. If you're going in a job, pay attention to details. Look at that job description. Know what it is that they want, and go in there and boom, every point should be pulling up the points on the job description, where it's like, yes, I have experience working with Excel, PowerPoint, Word. I have, 15 years of experience of recruitment. I've worked with applicant tracking systems and HRIS systems. The current HRIS system that I've used is Paycom. I believe that, once you have used one HRIS system, that you have basically used them all, because every last one of them are very similar in nature. The only thing that you have to do if you're working with an HRIS system that you have never worked with before is just really play around with it the first day, and you will realize how familiar you are with that system based on previous systems you have worked with. Pull those points out. Attention to detail. That's what this is all about. Very attention to detail. Very detail oriented. That it's like, if this is a job, you're going every blue point, every point you're bringing out in that interview, that even specifically when they say, tell me about yourself, don't fall for that trap and start telling people about personal stuff that by law they can't even ask you. They can't ask you if you have kids. They can't ask you your age. They can't ask you your nationality. They can't ask you your sexual orientation. So don't bring those things up in questions like that, where it's like, tell me about yourself. No, I'm not going to tell you about my personal life. I'm going to tell you specifically about, how everything I'm going to say is going to tie into this job. That's all I'm here for, is this job. So everything is going to tie into this job. Tell me about yourself. I have 20 years of experience in HR. And it's like, you're going into the highlights, and then the specific questions of walk me through your resume. That's when you're going deeper into it. So attention to details, and it's telling you that's going to be the thing that make this battle end. All right, so you have your third week. You have the Four of Cups, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. I like this. The Four of Cups talks about boredom, and then the Knight of Pentacles, it talks about loyalty. And Knights is fast-acting energy. It's something that's getting ready to come to you. Now, Aries, this is why I'm saying that you are a blocker. You are a blocker of your blessings, because the Four of Cups is about being bored. You being bored, but you don't realize that in this boredom that loyalty is on its way. This could be the job offer. Now, you done fought for this job. You got a sense of it the first week. You fought for it the second week, which means this is going to be a very intense interview, where you could be in the fourth interview and somebody basically told you that, look, we're going to either go with you or this person. And so you had to pull it all out. You had to pull it all out, where it's like, boom, boom, boom. This is why I'm a better candidate for this job. So you literally had to fight for it. But now, the third week is saying that you got this sense of boredom, where it's like you did all this fighting and the offer is on the way, but you did all this fighting and you're like, I don't know if I want to take it. I don't know if I want it. You're a blocker. You're a blocker of your own blessings. And this could be a defense mechanism. That's what I just heard from the ancestors. This could be a defense mechanism, that you're only like this because you're afraid that you're not going to get it. And so it's like, I'm going to reject you first before you reject me. And so it's like, nah, I don't want the position. I don't want it. I'm just going to go look for something else, not realizing that the blessing was already on the way. The blessing was on the way, but you're gonna be extremely defensive. You're gonna try to block this thing out because you're afraid you're not gonna get it. You're afraid that you're gonna feel rejection, so you're gonna reject them first. And so you're a blocker of your own blessings. I love the clarifier. The clarifier is the Nine of Wands. The clarifier is saying that, the Nine of Wands is all about being on defense and being prepared for an assault. Keeping all of your resources, by you, so that as soon as that person attacks, you're prepared and ready. This is the card of telling you that you will be surrounded by trouble. You feel emotionally and physically tied from the constant conflicts and setbacks in your life. This is definitely your mentality, where it's like, have bad things happen to you? Yes. Have you been through hell and back? Yes. But is that your only life story? No. You've had so many other positive things and happy things happen to you. You only reflect on the bad. And it's like, it's kind of like in this where I'm getting, it's like a sense of you want to be a victim. And it's like not realizing that you choose if you want to be a victim or not. And it's like, it's like, no, it's like, it's kind of like where every time when something go wrong, it's like you reflect on all of the bad, where it's like, oh, I'm used to this. I done grew up in foster care. They done took me from home to home, so I already know. Ain't nothing in life gonna stay the same. And it's like that mentality. And it's just like, okay, but it's like every home was bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you never had friends at school, you never had teachers. It's just like I get it, but it's like, come on, you're digging yourself into this rabbit hole that you just want to be the victim, and it's like, okay, it's like you're a blocker of your blessings. You are a blocker of your blessings. But at the end of the day, you have the Four of Pentacles for your last week, which talks about security, which means I believe, even though it's kind of like that third week is a touch and go. You never know what you're gonna do on this third week in this sense of boredom. But the fourth week is saying that, you got security. The Four of Pentacles is all about security. And the Four of Pentacles is about a financial reward getting ready to come in, whether it's an inheritance, whether it's a check, unemployment, all of these different forms that money can come in, a new job. So it's saying that money is coming in. You're going to receive some type of money. And I'm going to assume that you made it through this there was too many cards, that you made it through this third week, and you got this job offer. I really don't even have to clarify it. It's self-explanatory. Aries, this is going to go good for you, but you're a blocker of your blessings. You really are. And that's why it said that a wish is trying to be fulfilled. A wish is trying to be fulfilled. And I love going back over everything once you have completed the read. And I'm like, damn, I'm already 30 minutes in. And I'm like, but for the Aries because everybody is not going to watch this to the very end. But for the Aries that really this is touching you and you're just compelled to watch this to the end, let's go through another walkthrough real quick and then we're done. A wish is trying to come in, but you're staying in this devilish energy. And this devilish energy is, like I said, is that sense of feeling like I gotta be a victim based on everything that happened to me. And you're constantly going through this rabbit hole. You have the crossing energy, which is the Page of Wands, that's basically telling you that you need to have more faith, that you need to have more hope. Your crowning energy is telling you that, look, you're going to get success in this, so you have nothing to worry about. And then it's like, man, a wish is getting fulfilled. What is this wish? I don't have faith. Why not? Or I'm not having faith in what? And then your crowning energy is saying you're going to have success. Then what is it? In the beginning of the week, it tells you what the wish is going to, well, it don't really tell you what the wish is going to be, but I think this is operating more on the Page of Cups energy, where it's talking about imagination, because you got a sense, you got an intuitive sense that there's going to be a state of competitive, that you're going to have to compete with someone, that at first week of April, you identified something. Your intuition was like, hey, look, the job is posted. I bet you all 7 of these people is going to apply to it. So your spider sense is tingling. Then that the second week of April, you're literally going into that fight with them. And I think that this is going to be an intense interview process where they really need somebody to fill this position. But it's probably like I said, 7 of you that's going through this thing, and all 7 of you are great candidates, and either any one of y'all can fill this position. So this can be a very intense interview. The third week, I think that because this was a very intense interview with people that are highly qualified just like you, that sense of boredom is going to activate what it talked about up here of you just going to kind of give up, where it's like, I'm not gonna get it, I'm just gonna withdraw from it. I'm just gonna tell them I don't want the job no more, which I hope you don't, because you don't realize that the offer is coming to you and it's on the way. But it's like, don't be a blocker of your blessings. And then finally, the last week is telling you that you're gonna end up getting a financial blessing. And I really do believe that you are going to end up making the right choice in that third week, which to me is the most challenging week for you. You're going to end up making the right choice and you're going to end up getting this money. Aries, I wish you nothing but the best. Stop getting in your own way.